Hi, I'm Rashmi from Just Tutors, and today we are going to learn about atom and molecules. Under this lesson we have four subtopics. The first is molecule, and then molecule of element, then molecule of compound, and at the end we are going to discuss about ion. Proceeding further, we have a little pre-assessment which talks about the prior understanding regarding molecule, ion and atoms. So make sure you complete all these questions before moving further and knowing more about the same topic. Here we have the first slide talks about molecule. When two or more atoms join together chemically, then a molecule is formed. If you look at the picture at the bottom, you can see the three different colors: white, red and black. So these circle here representing an atom. So here we have the three different atoms or three different elements which are joining together and making a molecule. Joining atoms can be of same element or different element. Molecule can have their own existence and have the properties same as that of the substance. We have some more about molecule. In a molecule, atoms are bound together because of the chemical bonding which develop an attraction force between the atoms to hold. So that's how a molecule remain in a strong bonding with two or different atoms or elements. So there an attraction force works in between the atom and that hold them together. That's how a molecule formed. Molecules are electrically neutral because number of electrons are equal to the number of proton. As we have discussed on our previous lesson, that every atom has a nucleus, and inside the nucleus proton and neutron exist, and as they are in equal numbers, so they became neutral. An electron revolves in the orbit of that particular element. Negatively charged particle, you can say. Molecule can be categorized on the basis of type of atom from which the molecule is made. Here we have the next slide which talks about the molecule of element. When the combining atom are of the same element, then the molecule obtained is known as molecule of element. So when the combining atoms are the same element, they all should be of same element. For example, argon, oxygen, phosphorus, they all are called as molecule of element because they made up of the same element. You can also watch the diagram given in the right hand side. You can see we have used the same color of circle, so they all are representing the same atom. Proceeding further, and this slide talks about molecule of compound. When the combining atoms are not of the same element, then the molecule obtained is termed as molecule of the compound. So that's quite opposite to the molecule of element. Here we have seen that atoms are of the same type, but in the compound these are of the different. If we talk about the first picture, here we have one element of carbon or one atom of carbon, whereas two of oxygen, and that makes a compound carbon dioxide. And here we have two molecules of hydrogen and one of water, that makes one molecule of two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen, that makes one molecule of water. H2O becomes water. Similarly for ammonia, that represent NH3. Proceeding further, and we have this slide which talks about ion. An ion is a charged particle that has either positive or negative charges, so it has both the charges. If the ion has positive charge, then it is known as cation, and if the ion has negative charge, then it is known as anion. So make sure it categorizes on the basis of plus and minus charges. If the element has plus charge, then it will termed as cation. However, if it has minus charge, then it will termed as anion. Proceeding further, an atom is always electrically neutral, but when it takes or gives electron, it became an ion. So here we are looking at some atom where the electrons are revolving in their boundary and the transfer of electron is happening here. So on the basis of transfer of electron, the one who is giving electron became positive ion and the one who is receiving that electron becomes negative ion. So that's how we categorize cation and anion. Proceeding further, we have some more about ions. Ion formation can be understood clearly with the help of the following example. Here we have an example here in which we have the molecule or magnesium and chlorine. Magnesium atom has two valence electron and each of the two chlorine atom have space for one single electron. So they need one single electron in their orbit. So magnesium gives away extra 2 electron to chlorine and become cation. So here who gives became cation and who receive became anion. So magnesium is cation whereas chlorine is an ion. I hope you get a better understanding about ion. Here we have practice questions in which we have some incomplete sentences. You have used your understanding. You have to use your understanding of the lesson here and then you have to complete these sentences. If you feel any problem while completing these sentences or writing the answers of these questions, you can get back to the video and you can clear your concept and then write your answers. Thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.